in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game.
She's the only player in the league that will say this shit. She's the only player in the league. Like, you won't hear Aja Wilson going out there. I am at the top of the scouting report. Ariel Atkins is at the top of the scouting report for your team. Camila Cardoso is at the top of the scouting report. Teams just box you out.
Angel Reese didn't battle her way to the WNBA just to play a supporting role while Caitlin Clark basks under the spotlight like the star of a one-woman Broadway show. No way. Reese wants her bouquet, and the entire garden too. So now, every sharp glance, every sly remark, every heated on-court clash feels like one big "Hey America, look at me" moment. Because let's be real, Reese didn't sign up to be a background dancer while Clark steals the stage and soaks up the applause. Stick around. This drama is just getting started.
The reason why I feel like she isn't unfairly criticized is because I'm not gonna go into the bad guy, good guy. At the end of the day, Angel faces everywhere. Right? And so when we talk about marketability and her inability to finish, her inability to do certain things, I think it goes to that. So I'm gonna keep it a band with you. I agree that if she's gonna be the aggressor, then be the aggressor. At the same time, if you're gonna throw punches, you gotta take them. And so I felt like, to your point when you said, I bet she did. You can't see me because Caitlin did it. Right. Absolutely right. But now when you come in the league, right, and you fall in, you know what I'm saying? You got your 13 and 13, but now it's not translating to.
Angel Reese didn't claw her way to the WNBA just to play second fiddle while Caitlin Clark soaks up the spotlight like it's her own one-woman Broadway production. Not a chance. Reese wants her flowers and the entire garden. So now, every side eye, every cryptic comment, every on-court dust-up feels like a big flashing sign that says, "Notice me, America." Because let's be honest, Reese didn't sign up to be a background extra while Clark gets the solo and the standing ovation. Stick around because this drama is only getting started.
Angel Reese was someone who ever held her tongue and was someone who had been a no-comment machine in the past. Someone who wasn't so unapologetically Angel.
She's billed as this unstoppable force tearing through the league, when in reality, she's racked up more missed layups than WNBA victories this season. It's almost endearing, that brand of unearned confidence usually seen in toddlers strutting around in superhero capes. Because let's be real, if Angel Reese tops the scouting report, it's probably under a heading that says "Manage the theatrics," not "Shut down the stat sheet."
Please tell me it's a fake quote. Please tell me this is a fake quote. Because this is something where it's like, everyone says, and it's like, oh, Angel's a developing player. It's like, oh, she's only in year 2. Why is everyone like going at Angel Reese and all this stuff? And, you know, oh, people can't stop talking about Angel Reese.
These teams aren't exactly wearing out the film reel to figure out how to stop her from dropping 40. More likely, they're just strategizing how to keep her from turning the third quarter into a full-blown soap opera. But hey, go off, Angel. Own it. Now, let's talk numbers. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is over here rewriting the record books like she's cramming for a midnight thesis deadline, breaking milestones, dishing out assists, and casually pulling up from the logo as if she's just ordering takeout.
But I will say, Angel Reese, Ronnie and I have debated it on the program. Ronnie has been pretty clear that he thinks that she sucks at basketball. I have defended her as having dimensions of her game that are high level. I got to a point here a couple of weeks ago where I was starting to wonder if she actually...
Meanwhile, Angel's numbers have been little more than a polite shrug. Maybe one game all season made people say, okay, that's the Reese we were waiting for. Just one. The rest? Mostly forgettable. Yet somehow she thinks she's drawing triple teams every night. Let's be real. If defenders are collapsing on her, it's probably by accident. There are guards getting more defensive attention than Angel gets in post-game highlights. It's even funnier to imagine teams wasting practice time game planning for her when half the time she's too busy battling critics online. This isn't a rivalry anymore. It's a rerun. Caitlin didn't just take the spotlight. She packed it up, left the building. She's chasing history now. Meanwhile, Angel is still chasing her own stat line and losing.
Scouting reports after talking to some teams, even if it's not offensively, which I think that's what it is. You know, she is the best rebounder in the WNBA, so they're probably telling them like, hey, we have to figure out how to keep Angel Reese out of that paint when that ball is clanging off of that rim, okay? You know, the fact that Angel Reese finds Cardoso for the high-low post pass, I think that's one of the main things that the Chicago Sky like to get to if it's not the pick and roll.
And now comes the latest quote, full of confidence and completely out of touch with what's actually happening on the court. In Angel's mind, being scouted means she's a serious problem. In reality, coaches are just trying to figure out if she'll foul out early or cause another midcourt scene. You have to hand it to her, though. She's turned average play into a showcase of self-promotion. It's like watching someone airball 5 shots, then look around asking if the cameras caught their dominance. Angel's doing the PR version of standing in a food fight and shouting, "I started the revolution." Instead of focusing on missed rebounds or sloppy defense, she's decided the real issue is that she's just too important to ignore. As if defenses are scrambling, as if coaches are losing sleep. If she's being scouted, it's probably with a note that says she'll talk big, but won't do much damage. Meanwhile, Caitlin is why defensive coordinators are stressed out and graying fast. Every game is a crisis plan for her opponents. Angel? She's more like a side quest, interesting, but not essential.
We criticize Angel Reese because Tyler Marsh condones this. Tyler Marsh reinforces this. Tyler Marsh is this point forward Angel Reese. This is Tyler Marsh's deal. This is Tyler Marsh's gig. In order to get Camila Cardoso the ball, he needed to fix some things up, switch some things around. And in this most recent preseason game, a game in which Angel Reese had 3 rebounds, I'll take that every day of the week.
It's funny. This "they're watching me too" attitude might have made sense back at LSU. Angel was dominant then, piling up double-doubles and flexing in the paint. But in the pros, the focus has shifted. Caitlin Clark is the one getting entire game plans built around her. Teams guard her like she's carrying launch codes. Meanwhile, Angel puts up 6 points in 26 minutes and acts like she cracked the matrix. The only thing she's breaking is patience. It's like saying 3 notes at a Beyoncé concert and wondering why your name isn't on the marquee. Hard to tell if Angel believes her own hype or is just trolling the league. Either way, it's working. No matter how average the performance, she stays in the headlines. Maybe teams are scouting to see if she'll rack up more technicals than points. Still, she says it all with such confidence you almost believe her. She's like a magician pulling scarves out of an empty hat, swearing it's sorcery.
Gosh, is this for real? Is this really for real? But I'm going to show you this video because if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to absolutely fall out of your chair laughing. I know what I'm going to call this. I'm going to call this the curse of Dave Portnoy. Barstool Sports El Presidente. He went on a rant about that Ryan Clark stuff, and he said all he had to say about Angel Reese and Ryan Clark and that whole mess. And I will say this, his rant cursed Angel Reese because she proceeded to have the absolute worst game of...
We've seen this act. No amount of self-promotion is turning this into a rivalry. It's not a rivalry when one side is soaring and the other is stalling. Angel Reese is playing lead in a show she's not in, delivering monologues, wearing the costume, doing press. But her name's not in the credits. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark breaks records like she's ordering coffee. Calm, steady, unbothered. That's what really hits. Caitlin gets the praise and primetime slots without the theatrics. While Angel's campaign for relevance, Caitlin's too busy building a legacy to look back. By pushing the narrative that she's why people are watching, Angel's only proving she's not.
It's possible. Obviously, I struggled in the first couple of games. And just staying poised, trusting my work. I have great people in my corner. I never really questioned my ability of what I can do. Obviously, you go up and down through your career. And thinking in the beginning it's going to be my sophomore slump, but I got out of it in my first couple of games, and I'm here and helping the team win as much as I can. That's the most important thing to me. I'm happy.
You mentioned Sunday about those first few games. At what point do you feel like you maybe had kind of that like switch foot moment of feeling like you were getting back on the level?
I think I started a New York game.
Last year, you made a powerful statement saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you too. A year later, do you feel like you're
Next
getting
question.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Angel Reese is a very good player, but she's ugly to watch. Have you watched her play? She's a typical WNBA. She's great on the offensive glass, rebounding, but watching her play, terrible layups. The reason people are captivated by Clark is the way she plays, like Steph Curry. And the thing that I don't like people making it race. I don't think it's in the league that's race. It's jealousy that she's so popular. But there's lots of major white female WNBA megastars